Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome yet to another episode. In this episode, I'm just at my grandparents' place, and I'm just helping them plant some potatoes. And the way that I do this here is a little bit different than what I have at home. Like at the home, I've got like a raised garden bed and all that sort of stuff. But here, all of the garden they have is just like in one plot. And I'll show you sort of how they plant potatoes. And this is the first time that I'm doing it here, so it was a little bit of news for me, but I will actually use this technique down the track. I actually made this video. Just before, but one of the applications that I made the video with didn't have access to my microphone. So yeah, that sort of unfortunately went to waste. But so we're making 3 rows of potatoes, and those 3 rows would probably have, I don't know, maybe 20-30 potatoes in each. And the potatoes, so they planted potatoes here last year. Personally, I would rotate my crops around because the piece of land is quite big, as you'll see. So personally, I would rotate it, but they like to keep it as it is. And what they do is they basically put chicken manure on the land every time they plant, and I'll show you that as well. So yeah, let's go right into it. Okay, so the way that they plant potatoes, now I just gave you a little example here because I did 3 rows, so this is 1 row, second and the third one. And the 3 rows that I did do, unfortunately, yeah, when I was recording, didn't record properly, but just to give you a sample of how all of those were planted. So what they put is this sugarcane, or is it pea straw? Not sugarcane mulch, it's pea straw. They put pea straw down, then they get these pellets. So these are just what do you call it? Chicken manure pellets, and they put that down, and then they put the potato, and pretty much all they do is just cover the potato with soil until it's completely covered. So like that. And what happens eventually, obviously that little thing that was pointing up will break through the soil, and then all the potatoes have been planted all through the middle here. And what they'll do is they'll put all of this soil from the side towards the middle as the potato grows, and that'll allow all the potatoes to sort of grow inside this soil. And now that we have sort of like 2 mountains here, and you'll see that there's sort of like one little mountain here, one little mountain there, there's potatoes in the middle, and in the middle here, and in the middle there. And ultimately there's going to be mountains where these sort of ditches are. The reason why they did that, because the ground is a little bit hard underneath, and they want to basically lift the soil up a little bit so that they get a better yield. Now they planted this last year and they didn't get a lot of potatoes in numbers, but what they did get is very large potatoes, which basically means that you don't necessarily need to have the best ground, and I'm sure that you can probably do something like this at home. Okay, so that was basically that. Hopefully that sort of gave you a little bit of an insight of how my grandparents plant potatoes, and it seems to work for them. They've been doing this for years, and they just dig the ground up every year. They put manure in the ground, and yeah, just pretty much how they plant potatoes. Well, thank you very much for watching. Now that it's spring in Melbourne here, and if you do live in Melbourne, make sure you plant something. This is a very good time to do it, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.